How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical, this is Perkins and welcome back to Rimworld. Let's get on speed 3 as we talk about what we're going to be doing in these next couple of episodes because they're going to be good ones. Now, I have to say they're going to be good ones because especially how I left the last couple of episodes, Perkins nearly dying, we're going to need some progress. I think it's probably time we start planning our forever home. Now, don't get me wrong, we have a really nice setup here, but I just think we can make it a little bit more efficient, separating rooms, especially like our stockpile just so we can make the kitchen more cleaner, stuff like that. But Perkins needs a bedroom of her own. She's her own woman. So, you know, she needs space from herself. I'm not really sure how it works, party people, but we're going to get to it. So, first of all, we're going to plan the bedroom. Now, a lot of this, I have to admit, does hinge on eventually using this steam geyser as some sort of heating system throughout the colony. So I'm thinking of doing something like this. So this will all be indoors, but we'll have our geothermal power and then outside walls. We might have like another perimeter wall outside it, but at the moment, that's what I'm sort of thinking. We then will keep the walls that we've got here because we've got them, so why not? And then this will sort of be our forever home. I imagine at some point, sappers or breachers will come through this wall. But until then, party people, why are we worrying about it? It's fine. That's future Tazastical and Perkins' problem. It's not current, yeah. I don't know how big we want her bedroom to begin with. Especially because she doesn't really care about comfort. So we could try and literally just give her a box, like 4x3, and then see how she goes. So this is all going to be outside. Meaning that's going to be walled off. We still have the man-hunting foxes outside. Looks like the one is leaving if we go to wildlife. No, they're both still on. But I think they're leaving the map now, which is fine. We're not really doing too much. So we'll wall this off, but the idea is that this is going to be attached to the hallway. So this is going to give persistent heat through the colony. Because what we don't want is an issue where we get hit by a solar flare and then suddenly don't have any heating around the colony. You know, that would pretty be bad. We're going to have to, because I want to do like a 2x2 hallway. Hurrah, hurrah. And the reason why I want to do that... extremely close. The reason why I really want to do that is just in case we have to fight someone in the hallways. Because what you really want to do is like pin people in hallways as like best as you can. Like obviously that's easier said than done, but you know, it's a plan nevertheless. Saying that, I don't know if that's going to be really applicable here. We're not going to... This is just going to be outside. So not so much a hallway. But I still would like to eventually wall it off. Just to give us more options in case, obviously, breaches come this way. Eventually, we're going to expand all this. Keyword, eventually. 1, 2. The problem is the bedroom would then have to be quite big. And then I'm concerned to where we put the stockpile. Saying that, the stockpile could probably just be here. Problem is we don't have a lot of room where we've sort of nailed ourselves into. Which is fine. And the geothermal power, because that is a big old boy that sits over it. I'm pretty sure it's like a 6x6, 6x5. Whatever I've got selected there. So I think that would be really, really... No, it must be 6x6. Yeah. So yeah, then it comes... Okay, we've got a raid, which is utterly disrespectful considering we are planning our forever home. But that's fine. That's fine, party people. Right, the fearful group. 2 pistol users. I'm always going to check the map just in case. To be fair, if I stop deleting the message, I'm pretty sure the arrows just point to me to where to go. So the only thing we need to do is hold open these doors. So Perkins, come down here now. Checking the message. They are attacking immediately, which is fine. To be fair, even if they did choose to prepare, etc., I think because of the cold weather, they would probably break that. I think another thing that we need to be doing is trying to get Perkins' shooting skill up. So I was just thinking we probably should have equipped like a bulk action rifle there. Okay. Come on, Perkins. Don't particularly want them to break our walls. Okay, it's not really what I had in mind. Just watching what they were doing. Are they both nimble? Nimble. Nimble. Hey! Can't be nimble for too long though, can you, bad boys? Oh, not so bad now. You're going to be in a Perkins sandwich. That's how we do it in this colony, party people. That's how we do it. Yeah, I was thinking of having the stockpile here. Just because obviously it's going to be close to the outside. Might be a little bit too awkward how I'm planning it. Now let's do a bedroom there. So then that comes out into the colony. Or this big hallway here. Then I suppose it would probably... because that would be walled off. I suppose this could then be... basically, I want everything so it's properly linked together. So I want then her bedroom. Next to that, we're going to want some sort of rec room. So if we just do... because we'll need table and chairs. We can do something like that. We'll mine that out so you can walk past it. I'm not sure if this is... so if that's going to be the rec room. This would then need to be the kitchen. That would need to be the freezer. But yeah, that's sort of what we're thinking. So we need to make a lot more bricks and stuff like that. Another battery or two wouldn't go amiss. Obviously, we still need to wait for geothermal power, which we're not currently going to. Just because we want to make sure we have the best weaponry possible. Forced weather. Wants to perform a low power test. Weather control system will force the weather to be fog for 9 days. For that, we get 13 gold, 20 silver, and goodwill. Do we care about goodwill? I mean, currently they're minus 23, and what would the quest give us? Plus 20. I think we're going to accept it just because it's an easy quest to get easy rewards for. So I don't think we have, like, a reason to say no. Let's check the wildlife, just one snow hare. What am I trying to do? Who knows? I'm restricted, so then at some point Perkins will move that. I think probably... a new stockpile is more in order than anything else, to be honest. Because we're really getting thin. Not because Perkins isn't eating, but I more mean for space. Problem is that geothermal power, just bashing that in the base at some point. That's going to go there. Unless we keep that as Perkins's, like, bedroom. It's going to be right next to that, though. Which isn't too much of a problem, I suppose. You know, these are the problems that I run into when I'm playing Rimworld. I don't know about you party people. So if her bedroom's going to stay there, so it doesn't matter. We could build a new stockpile room up here. Eventually we'll have to do something with all that, but... so, what blocks do we have? We have sandstone and limestone. Sandstone has 240 health, and limestone has... okay, there's not really much difference. So I suppose we'll use sandstone. I assume there's no, like, beauty differences. Let me just check. And then limestone... no beauty. Work to build 16. What about sandstone? Okay, slightly less, but it's a bit more weaker. So if I put sandstone wall here... I'm hoping... and a sandstone door. I'm hoping it doesn't then mess with the wind turbine, because the wind turbine says its zone is here. And it should tell me down here if it's being blocked by anything. Okay, it's slowing down, but I don't think that's because of the limestone wall, per se. It does normally slow down at points, this wind turbine. So we'll just keep an eye on it. And we do have a little battery. Shame we can't just reinstall this wind turbine. Just over like a square. Because if anything, you think that wall would help. Because then it'd be like a wind tunnel coming in. But perhaps not. Right, Perkins has gone to sleep. Which is just devastating. Like, get to work, Perkins. Come on. We're building a new stockpile today. There we go. The wind turbine seems to be picking up. You can see by that yellow bar in the middle. So, let me know in the comments. Like, party people, you know what you're doing much better than I. So, let me know. Right, there we go. But I think it's time for a decent stockpile. I think it's just time. We need to just make sure we keep progressing, keep moving forward. And little things like this help. And it ain't got to be the biggest stockpile in the world, but we're getting chocker. We're getting chocker. I'm going to copy these settings. I'll wait for her to build a roof in this area first, I think. But she's a proper workaholic, bless her. There we go, wind turbine's up and the battery's keeping nicely done. We probably will make a battery room next. Will be a good idea. We could always double it up in this stockpile as well, to be fair. Ah, stargazing. Brilliant. Saying that, it's only -2 outside, so this is, we're going into spring, you know, then into winter, into summer afterwards. So if we're going to do changes like this to the colony, it's actually probably the best time to do it. I assume you're going to build a roof on your own. You're not, so I'm just going to queue that up. And you're making more blocks straight away. Love it, love it, love it. I'll probably get her to haul the blocks. Like in spring and summer rather than waiting till winter. Okay, so to be fair, I probably just want a generic stockpile zone and then go from there. So let's add that. Let's put normal. Let's not worry about meals, raw food, or that sort of stuff. Or corpses. Or chunks. We'll put that in there. We'll delete that stockpile. Delete this stockpile. Delete that stockpile. We've still got the food stockpile, which we will then expand. Obviously, it's quite dangerous having our kitchen and food right here where the brunt of attacks are, but we are addressing it. Just slowly we're addressing it. And while we can keep this stuff outside, similarly, obviously, if we get breached, I don't want people nicking it and then running away. So hopefully it's just going to be a little bit more safer inside. That's the fort anyway. So I really want Perkins to haul all that and then sort of see where we're at space-wise. And then we will plan on having a little battery room. Nothing too crazy, probably like 3 batteries. Move that battery over. I don't think, has it even got a beauty? -15. So yeah, getting all this ugly stuff out. I know Perkins doesn't really care too much for it, but I care. I want Perkins to have the best chance of a happy life that she could possibly have. Me controlling her, it's probably not going to happen, but a mad lynx, it will attack anyone it sees. I want to shut the door because mad animals. Do you know what? I'm going to play this even more careful. Let's look where the lynx is. Okay, the lynx is miles away, so Perkins has enough time to shut these doors. There we go. And then we'll tell you to stay inside. Lovely, jubbly party people. Yep, there we go. There's the mad lynx coming down. Just for some reason, we were just a bit nervous around mad animals and like animals that are hunting Perkins. Do you know what I mean? I can't put my finger on it, but there's just some reason I don't want it to happen. God, they make such a racket, these lynxes and animals, when they're outside our doors. Do you think they'd let us sleep in peace? We do need to get a light in here eventually, but I'm not too concerned. Do batteries actually give off any heat? Like, you'd think they would. Flammable, it doesn't really say. I wish there was like a heat thing, like gives off blur amount of heat. Because you'd think a stove would like give off a little bit of heat. Like, right, she is going to build all the blocks and everything first, because with her work schedule, she's going to priority everything from the left to the right in that order. So she's about, is it crafting for blocks? So I think we're about here with a work schedule. So then when she's done that, then she'll push over to hauling, cleaning, research, etc. So that's why I'm not too bothered about setting any like manual work schedules, because I actually think this is probably the best with one person. Unless you obviously want something specifically done at the time, but then I'll just micromanage Perkins and do that manually myself. But I think she generally functions perfect on this. You know, she does need to cook him first. If she can't cook, then go hunt, and vice versa. Not so happy about the constant relaxing, but we'll address that at the team meeting at the end of the week. Just want to see if this stockpile can hold everything, and then what we're going to do with a battery room. Because then it's just, like I said, slight progression. Each episode, that's what it needs to be, especially with one person. Because now we're upgrading to like 2 people are attacking us all the time, and then there'll be 3 and 4 and 5 and breaches and bugs and all this sort of stuff on. We need to make sure our Perkins is ready for it, because it's not going to be easy for her, bless her. I was concerned about the wind turbine. I'm waiting for someone in the comments to ruin my life and say that's too close. Should have probably given it more of a gap. But to be fair, this isn't our forever power. You've got to remember, we are getting onto germal power. Oh, the dyslexia coming out here once again, party people. Dyslexic power. That's what we're running on. But no, we're going to go geothermal power, and we're going to stick on it just because it's going to heat our base as well as power our base. I imagine we'll lose a little bit of heat chucking stuff on it, but the idea is that's going to be like a passive heat through the base. We're still going to have heaters as well, but we need... with not going into the mountains and having that heat of going inside, we're going to need to make sure we've got heaters, make sure we've got that geothermal power. Then if the solar flare happens, we're going to need some passive heat, even if it's just a little bit, because Perkins' clothing just about survives the weather. Is that Link still mad? I don't want Perkins wandering around where there's a predator right next to us. So squeeze me if I'm not Russian. I'm not Russian. I'm English. Oh, I've done it again, party people. I've done... Genius. 5-star reviews. Let's go. Right. So now Perkins is on the hauling part of her work schedule. So she's going to haul all this in there, which is brilliant. And also means when traders come and stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit easier for us. Everything's going to be definitely in a stockpile. We're going to fill this bad boy up actually quite quickly. I should have probably did separate stockpile zones in here just to be a little bit more efficient where she's, you know, moving certain stuff, but that's okay. We'll probably connect this straight away to like a workshop room and have that right next to the stockpile, but we're going to try and be as efficient as possible. That is the plan. Right, I know it doesn't come naturally to me, party people, but I'm trying. But at the moment, I think the best thing we can do is just get everything out of here, everything into the stockpile, leave the fridge so we've actually can see what we've got clearly. Everything's together, not laying around, making everything look disgusting. Because what if the Queen comes around, party people? Then what? Oh, we've just got to move our human lever out the way so she can sit down. It's not on. We've got to be good hosts. We would eat the Queen. Cargo pods. Insect jelly? Meh. The game feeling pity for me? Maybe. Devil's Strand. Because the problem that we had is it was just overflowing the stockpiles for sure. I know we do have a lot of leather and stuff, but I am hoping to sell them at some point. I'm concerned where we keep eating everyone that no one's going to want to do trade deals with us. So we might have to make a decision at some point to choose what we're throwing away, but I really don't want to do that yet. Alright, it's a boring job, but it does need to be done, pie people. And yeah, I would like another colonist. Like, I think actually the most powerful thing we could do is get another colonist, because the only thing I'm nervous about is obviously if Perkins gets sick and an infection and stuff like that. Because the tend quality is going to be so low because obviously she's trying to fix herself while being ill. Like, I couldn't imagine a doctor performing heart surgery on themselves. Like, it's going to be a little bit awkward, do you know what I mean? But when you do it, that's a story you tell at dinner. There are some stories you can tell 50,000 times, and performing heart surgery on yourself. Don't give me that it's not possible. That's a negative Nancy way of explaining it. I panicked then because it said Muffalo Wall Parker deteriorated, but it does have that T there to show you it's tainted. We've got another raid. Okay. One person with a bow. So I think what's happening and why actually they're attacking the walls, and we're going to try this out. I wonder if it's because they've automatically aggroed on the walls because the doors are shut. And until Perkins, like... Let's just have a look before I talk rubbish. That Lynx is coming in for Perkins. 1,000% is coming in for Perkins. So let's go in here, shut the door, then undraft. Perkins, draft, come over here. Is that Lynx going to go kill that person? It is, isn't it? It's going straight for her. Unlucky! That could have been Perkins' party, people. Not right now, but... Lynx did take a little bit. Like I said, it was that shot that we got off. Okay, Perkins, you're going to come back down here. Shut that door. Because that Lynx is hangry. And you're not yourself when you're hungry. Right, there we go. So yeah, love that we got a stockpile. Probably need to make it a few more squares bigger. So let's mine, I don't know. Nothing too crazy, but just another raid. Okay, Randy's hitting us hard now. 3 people. Could be interesting. We'll check the map. I don't think the Lynx will get us out of trouble on this one, but you never know, so we'll keep eyes peeled. Right, are any of you nimble? Because I do need to be checking that. Nimble will cause us problems. Are they attacking immediately? They will prepare for a while, so we don't need to do anything at the moment. Where is that bad boy Lynx? If the Lynx can get hungry and go attack them, that would be nice. If I was cheeky and, like, claimed this, would they attack it? Like, claimed like a wall of an ancient danger. Do you reckon they'd attack it? Like, we own that wall, don't come inside. Because, look, we claimed that door. And we claimed, like, 1 square of wall. I thought they were going to go for it. I was just about to say, oh my god, that is the most cheesiest thing you can do. I am just going to... Yeah, clear home zone, because as you claim items, it opens home zones. Oh, the Lynx walking around, but it doesn't look like it's hungry. So I'm going to open that. Where is old Perky Perk? Right, we need to open this door. Wolf meat has rotted away. Oh, because it's not cold in here anymore. Interesting. Going widescreen just in case that... Okay, that's interesting. Oh, the human meat! No! Oh, okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's all under control, party people. All under control. Is the other stockpile freezing? Okay, so let's go stockpile. Let's go corpses, human. All the food. Delete that. Looks like we're moving the kitchen this episode. Haul all that meat, please. I think the only thing that saved that meat was she was carrying it because the other lot disappeared. Okay. It's fine, party people. I had this all planned. Fire? You little scoundrel. Oh, no, Perkins, run. I didn't mean for that to happen. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Perkins. I didn't mean for that to happen. Like, it went so fast on speed 3. I blame speed 3. Come on, Perkins. So Jacob will take the quickest path to Perkins, which will be cutting that corner. And that's why we have these traps like this. How bad are you hurt, Perkins? Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, tend to yourself. Get inside and tend to yourself. The other person is going to run away, which is fine. Okay, so we're going to move the kitchen this episode then, I think. So let's reinstall the block making. I don't know, down here. Do I want a separate freezer? I mean, it really doesn't matter for the time being. But we're going to have to move stuff and address that. But Perkins needs to get healthy. We could do something. Where we could split this. Because I do want a workshop here eventually. And then this can be our little kitchen. Is what I'm thinking. And just mine that back a little bit just to make it look all tidy. Cancel that. Reinstall that. There. Okay. It's fine, party people. It's all under control. Yeah. Didn't even twig, yeah. Because obviously the temperatures. We're actually at 2 degrees. Oh my god. We've seen the hotness. This is hot for us. This is summer. 4 degrees. Low food. I know. Perkins, I don't mean to alarm you. Didn't think steel could actually set on fire, but we're not going to question it. I'm going widescreen because obviously we know there is a Lynx nearby. The Lynx is in pretty good condition though. Okay. To be fair, I just didn't realise the temperatures were going to get hot, so this room was actually going to be really hot, but it's no bother. Like, it could have been a hell of a lot worse, let's be honest. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. Like, I'd rather a small mistake, and it's going to happen. I'm not the best at this game. You can see in the comments now. No, really? It's rhetorical, party people. Okay, it's rhetorical. You know I'm the best at this game. He's done it again. We're having a good time, party people, and that's what Rimworld and games are all about. Perkins, how are we doing health-wise? Please say you're not bleeding or anything. Okay, just a bruise to your left leg. That's fine. We'll get over that. Right. Gonna let Perkins do what she's got to do. She'll throw that in the stockpile. That is -8 in there, so it'll all be frozen. She's going down to eat insect jelly, which is 8 non-cannibal food. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing quests. Our quest is keep Perkins alive, okay? So, stockpile's there, kitchen's there. We might actually want, like, a dining room table here. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, a dining room table here will probably be a little bit better, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're slowly pushing the base up, that's for sure. Yeah, we'll probably just have a separate freezer at some point. Which is fine. We're sort of just panicking at the moment. No, it's nothing too cray-cray. So we have the kitchen there. Could have the rec room there, which is like the smallest, most disappointing rec room. Or we have the freezer there. And then this can be our rec room. It's a little bit bigger. Something like that. I don't know. At the moment, all I know is our priority. To be fair, actually, I've got a plan. I've got a plan, party people. It's going to be magical. I think we'll have that as the kitchen. But then we'll just have the dining room in the kitchen for the time being. And I think that's probably going to be the best way to go. So we'll go sandstone walls. We'll pick up the stove, not the tailor bench. I don't think we'll get much food out of the tailor bench. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Reinstall that in there. And then we'll pick up the table. Because I'm just thinking then we're going to be really close to obviously picking up the food. And she hasn't got to... I know it's not a long way she's got to go. But we've got to try and make this as easy as possible. And then we'll put a light there. Structure, sandstone door there. And then push that up there. We'll wall this off eventually. But we just have to be conscious. This might be separated for the base for a while. We need to be conscious that obviously this needs to stay freezing. So I think that's the move for that next episode. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. I'll catch you next time, pie people. Bye.